So this, as you have seen now for a couple of videos, this is what I do to just clear my mind and my energy body before filming. It's a part of my spiritual shamanic practice to do this. I do it in a few different ways. This is one way that I learned from the Four Winds when I studied there to be a Munaki practitioner. So we used a lot of sticks in during that course. Yeah. But I also have other ways to do it. But this is the quickest way before filming, so I don't just sit in silence for 5 minutes before started talking. you know. So yeah. So this is part two of transphobia in the spiritual community. There probably will be more episodes on this because it's a large topic. It's a large topic. So this time I want to talk about what I was originally trying to talk about in the last video, but somehow just took a detour into women's circles. So if you want to know about what I think about women's circles being turfy or not inclusive towards trans women, you can look at my most recent video before this one. And yeah. I think I will put the link in the description, like part one, and then the link probably for easy access. So, where to begin? Okay, so today I want to talk about something that happens quite often, or at least now and again, and it happens not usually. For some reason, it doesn't happen that much when I just share my regular content on like Instagram. I don't use anything other than Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So no Twitter, no Snapchat, no whatever. So, but it doesn't really happen when I share my usual shamanic content on Instagram. It happens when I from time to time, like rarely but occasionally, share something personal, like uh, my birthday was recently. I had my birthday and I shared a picture from the day from my birthday and a picture of my boyfriend and pictures from what we did that day. We had like an outing in the woods, an excursion into the woods, and I just shared some, and I got these amazing comments and even DMs. Can you believe it? DMs with people that apparently have been following me for a while and then just, I don't know, waiting for a moment to just hit me with it, I guess. Where it was like, one comment was, "Happy birthday, beautiful woman." Yada, yada, yada. And one DM was like, "Happy birthday, beautiful queen." And when I go into these accounts, because before I answer people, I want to know a little bit about them. So I go into the accounts and I look around and I see what kind of person is this, or what kind of account is this? Because accounts doesn't really say anything about the person because people are multifaceted and an Instagram account usually just show one side of a person, like could be their physical side with a lot of selfies, or it could be like their love of animals or their spiritual practice or whatever. And all of the people that commented were English speaking. I don't know from the countries. There was a variety of countries. It was like the US and some places in Europe, and there was a mix of it. So it's not just one country. But what they all had in common was that they were spiritual accounts, and they, like, one account out of all of these had a picture of a person. Otherwise there were just like nature pictures and animal pictures, and so like accounts that doesn't seem to be attached to a person, and not like a personal name or anything. It's like, spiritual blah blah blah, or soul something something, light something something, so uh and I am a pretty tolerant guy, okay? So with strangers, I have this approach. When someone misgenders me, I try to assume that it's not on purpose. Like, first of all, I don't wanna believe that people on purpose go into someone's account just to misgender them. I know it happens a lot, but my first instinct is to give them the benefit of the doubt. So, like, okay, this person has misgendered me. They probably don't know me. They maybe just saw my post in their feed, or a reel in their feed, and they just make assumptions based on what they see in front of them, And so my first approach is to be, in this instance, it was, thank you for the lovely birthday wishes. So all of them got like the same standard response from me the first time. It was like, thank you for the lovely birthday wishes. I appreciate it. By the way, could you please not misgender me next time, or something in that, like, I phrase it differently because it's in the moment. So, but it's kind of the standard reaction from me. Like, okay, this person is doing something nice. Let's affirm that, and then, but please respect me and gender me correctly, no more nor less, And then, depending on the answer, and now I'm gonna sound so Swedish, depending on the answer, um, but so the best way to respond to my comment, or my response, would be, oh, I'm sorry, I missed that, of course, or something in that, you know, area of wording. But these people, I want to call them transphobes. They probably have a lot of other issues as well, but I want to call them transphobes. They have one thing in common, and that is that they don't apologize. They don't apologize. They don't take accountability for even for misgendering me. They always come up with some love and light explanation, or not even an explanation, just like the most typical response is something lovely, like, oh, you beautiful soul, I love you unconditionally anyways. You don't know me, okay? You don't know me, so stop it. And so, like, uh, oh, lovely person, lovely soul, you're such a beautiful soul, blah 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 blah. And one comment was like, that I really dug into. It was a comment on one of my posts, on this birthday post. And I was like, no. So I really dug deep in to do this. And so I responded something in the lines of, um, well, I called them out for not taking accountability. It was like, I think I'm gonna read it, maybe. I have it on my phone, of course. I took a screenshot because I knew that the person was gonna uh, remove it, or I was gonna, maybe, because if I don't know how comments under posts, what happens to them when you block people. So I screenshotted. So this person basically told me that yeah. So this is the comment. I accept your soul, dearest. We're always both, as each person has a male and female side inside. The important issue is that you are happy and feel good about yourself, and I love you as you are. Okay, so what I hear, what I see, is that either this person thinks that everybody on the planet is non-binary because we have both a female and a masculine side, feminine and a masculine side. Okay, uh, or or they are not. The most important thing, they are not actually apologizing. They are not apologizing for misgendering me. We're both always, we're always both, we have both inside of us. So I did nothing wrong because we have both inside of us. So I can call you whatever I want, and I choose to call you from whatever I see in front of me, and I see what I believe, blah blah blah, is a woman. I'm gonna call you that. So this person take no accountability for misgendering me, no accountability for anything, and there's no remorse, there's no apology, there's nothing. So I replied, I agree that we all have sacred feminine and sacred masculine in us. I've even made videos on that topic. However, that is not what I mean right now, and you know it. And accepting my soul is not the issue. The issue is respecting me as a person and gender me and address me correctly. In your lovely speech, you did not take accountability for how you addressed me. Accept my soul, sure, but also respect me as a person and how I identify. As someone who doesn't know me, it is really easy to respect me. My pronouns are in my bio. And whether or not you respect my gender and pronouns and taking accountability for being wrong. Okay, so I have to read my own text. And whether or not you respect me and my gender and pronouns and taking accountability for being wrong is a reflection of you as a person. So stop and think about that. If you don't want to respect me, then I say goodbye to you and I wish you growth and love and light on your way forward. So I know, maybe a bit passive aggressive at the end, but yeah, because this person did not take accountability for anything, and that's what I face often with these people that are like the transphobes of the spiritual community, that they hide behind the love and light and the connectedness and the holistic view and everything all is one, and I am you and you are me, etc. They hide behind this and use fancy words and like almost want to butter me up, like, oh, I I um I accept your soul, dearest, almost want to butter me up and be like, but nowhere are they saying, oh, because they could have used the same words and also added, I respect your soul, dearest. I'm sorry for not using the right terms for you, or something like that. They could have done both. They could have been all lovey-dovey, and they could have at the same time taken accountability and apologized for it. But so this is just one example. I'm not gonna read all of the DMs and the comments that I've had, but this was the one where I was like, oh, F it, I need to do something about this. And at first I was like, no, okay, this is just me overreacting, I'm not gonna do anything about it. But then I did my meditation. I had my little meditation in the morning. So, and when I did my meditation, I was like, the feeling of having to do something just crept up more. It just became more and more tangible and visible to me. And then when I did my yoga, where the energies are really flowing, I could see what I was gonna do and have to do, and I could also see, and the kind of person this person represents. So I'm not saying that this person is a narcissist, or even maybe they're a transphobe, of course, or obviously, but they might not be aware of it. They might genuinely think that what they're doing is okay and that they are respecting me when they're not. Okay, so because people's minds work differently, and they might really think that. However, that is not an excuse to be disrespectful, and that is not an excuse not to take accountability for what you are saying. And so and that all the DMs that I answered were, none of them were apologetic. All of them were on in the lines of this one. Um and yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find one. Okay, yeah, I found one. Okay. So, um, one was just, it was a lot, but it was like, greetings, beloved. Um, may peace, love, and wellness be unto you, Queen, on your birthday. Queen, thank you. Okay, so, um, and then I responded, thank you for the love, but please gender me correctly in the future. And the person continued, hi, Queen, daughter of love and joy. As this blah 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 sun shines above, may your aura be blah blah. There was just a lot of nonsense, okay? A lot of hiding behind the love and light. So I responded, I am a man and I will not be called queen or daughter. I am a son to my dad and a brother to my siblings. Please find the door by yourself. Have a nice life. This was a day where I was just fed up. I was just fed up. So, and so sometimes I just have to share these things, I have to make a video about it and be like, no, no. Yeah. So what I usually do is my first response is always, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment or your whatever you're saying, and but please gender me correctly in the future. And then if they respond with something like that and keep like misgendering me twice in the same sentence on purpose, then I know it's on purpose. As soon as I know it's on purpose, I call them out in one way or another. And I made a post about it on my Instagram, but in Swedish, that it's my it's my it's my right as a human being to set boundaries and to show those boundaries by just blocking people. I am not ashamed of blocking people that don't respect me, because I do my best to respond from my heart. Uh, but that doesn't mean I have to you know, embrace everyone, even the ones that are disrespecting me or being just not nice. I have no obligation to hold everyone when it's on at the expense of my well-being, my mental health or my well-being. And I also made posts on my Instagram about uh my inclusivity, I think, towards other, like, disabled people, gender non-conforming, transgender, gay, whatever. I've done a lot of posts on that, and I always get like some people stop following me when I do that, and that's fine. Just they found the door out of my life. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need people that doesn't want to be. If someone can't come to one of my events and share space with a trans person or a gay person or even a disabled person or any, if they want a room full with able-bodied, like-minded clones, then they can find the door out of my life. So, yeah, yeah. But I think what I want to really address with these videos is that the spiritual community is far from free of transphobes, homophobes, racists, and just discriminating people. There are a lot of them, and I think I want to end this video by saying that when people don't take accountability for their words, if they hide behind love and light, if they hide behind, um, you know, well, if they hide behind love and light, and if they don't take accountability for their words, then you should see those red flags and bid them goodbye, you know. So, because there's a lot of narcissism, there's a lot of toxic behavior, and there's a lot of people who just want to take advantage of other people, either be it for money or for attention or for whatever in the spiritual community. So, please be mindful of this, no matter if you are, maybe you are an able-bodied cis person. I'm not disabled, I just have a lot of empathy and I'm very inclusive towards disabled people as well. But if you are an able-bodied person, a cis person, straight person, if you are a white middle-aged man, no, I'm kidding, uh, they want a room of equals, clones, um then that's not healthy, that's not a healthy part of the community. You are not a representative of a healthy part of the community. You should because spiritual growth, it's okay if you start in a place where you are phobic or hateful. It's okay. And I even say that on my Instagram from time to time, that I include everyone, but not at the expense of another person in the group. So if you have issues you want to work on with me or with the group, and uh, you are open enough to want to change your ways and change your mind and meet people in a safe space halfway, like, um, you're welcome. I welcome everyone, but not at the expense of anyone else's mental health or safety, you know. So, because a safe space is a safe space for you, for me, and for everyone involved. And that's where I want to end this video with the red flags that you should pick up on, and just not at the expense of someone else's mental health. How hard can it be? So, yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will see you next week, maybe with a part 3, depending on how the world goes and this country that I'm living in is not the best. We have our issues. Europe is not perfect. The Nordic countries are not perfect, I promise you. So, yeah, until next time, walk in beauty. And as I always end my videos, Xingling.